go day streets before find some meats.
Stay by plan, stay by plan. All the girls, all the boys, for stay by plan. Stay by plan, Accra, stay by plan. All the boys, all the girls, for stay by plan. Stay by plan, stay by plan. All the boys, all the girls, for stay by plan. Just a stay by plan with Afi and Zuu. All the G's for Accra, shall we did for you? If you also want to react, then that be cool. Hashtag stay by plan, shall we did for you?
Hi guys, it's me and Zuu, and we are so excited about how episode 1's went. Blah, blah, blah. I'm so excited, I can't even talk right. Like, you guys are everything. Honestly, like the tweets, Zuu, I'll just be there, I'll be seeing tweets. I'm just like, oh my god, people are actually like listening.
Yeah, you guys are feeling the show. I saw a tweet from Mr. Niceness, who's at Ego Over You, that's his ad, his real ad. And he said, Stay by Plan is currently the #1 podcast in Ghana on Spotify. We didn't know
We didn't know. We were the top of the charts, guys.
I was like, oh, okay, that's nice.
People were asking for like longer episodes, but Charlie, let's see what happens. Let's see what the Lord will do.
Let's see what happens. Today's episode is with the one and only
Kojo-cue.
Yes.
I personally think, I always say this, he's one of the smartest people I know.
Very smart.
And it was exciting to have him talk about classism with us, because I have no idea what that is about, to be honest. Like, it's not, I'm a novice in the topic.
He really schooled us. He said a lot. It was very deep.
Very interesting.
He spoke about his experiences growing up in Kumasi, compared it to life in Accra, and
his mother's side of the family versus his father's side of the family. He spoke about his new EP coming out.
We're very excited for
21 Memory Lane, right?
21 Memory Lane.
Yes, sir. Coming out early July, right?
Exclusive on Boomplay on 2nd July and out on all platforms by the 16th of July. So watch out for that.
You heard it here first, kind of.
Yeah. He said it here first, but he announced it before we dropped the episode. But it's all good.
Why? Why would you do that?
So good.
We won't say that you heard it here first vibe, but like, yeah. So this is episode 2 with Afi, Zuu, and kojo-cue.
Welcome back to the Stay by Plan podcast. It's your boy Zuu. I'm here with
Afi T as usual.
And today we're talking about a topic that comes up all the time in conversation on social media, when you're eating your food with your friends. It's always coming up. It's a conversation everybody has all the time. Today we're talking about classism.
Women. Oh.
Right. That's for another day.
Okay. And I'm super excited that we're talking about this, and even more excited that we have someone really special on the pod today.
Mm-hmm.
This is someone I personally admire. I think he's one of the smartest people I know.
Okay.
He might beg to differ, and he goes by the name of kojo-cue. So, kojo-cue, hi, what's up? How have you been?
I don't know who that intro was for. Definitely not me.
Why are you being so modest? Why are you being modest?
It's not modesty. I'm just managing your expectations. Because the day that you need me to be smart, I'll disappoint you, pa.
That's something a smart person will say.
Exactly. That's exactly what they always say. But we'll find out in a few minutes.
Definitely.
Yeah. So tell us, before we get into the conversation, do you have any new music that you are working on?
What have you been up to, Charlie? Like, what's the Q up to?
Yeah, I've been working on a lot of new music. I've been working on like the follow-up for my brothers, but I think at this point that might be slated for next year instead. But I have a 6-song EP that I'm working on.
Okay.
That will definitely be out very soon. I don't even know when is the podcast coming out.
Like a week from today, hopefully. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So the podcast will come out before the EP. So
yeah,
they heard it here first. There's an EP on the way.
Yes,
so.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Yeah,
anyway.
That's dope. So we're excited for that.
Anyway, Q, I know that like you are mostly based in Kumasi, and you come to Accra every once in a while for work. And whenever this talk of classism comes up, I don't know, sometimes I feel like, is it just an Accra thing, or is something that cuts across irrespective of the region that you find yourself in? So seeing as you have been like in Accra and in Kumasi, do you think the problem of classism is something that cuts across both regions or both cities, or it is just an Accra thing?
I think classism is a universal thing. Wherever 2 or 3 are gathered, you are bound to find it, because as humans, we like to differentiate ourselves, even if you put money aside, we'll find another way. Oh, all the smart people go into this class, all the dumb people go here. So it's something that, even in a totally socialist or communist state, it will still exist between the people who are in charge of things and the people who are not in charge.
Yeah.
But the problem most of the time is how wide the gap is and people using their advantage to sort of belittle or disadvantage other people intentionally. Yeah. I feel like that's where the issue is, and I don't think I'm well informed enough to even speak on Accra in that sense, because I came to Accra first to come to GIJ, and I was already doing music, so I don't think even my exposure to classism will be as fair as somebody who grew up in Accra of either class. You understand? Because you have to understand that even without money, when you're popular or a pseudo celeb, so to speak, you are shielded from some of these things. You understand? Yeah. So I can't 100% speak on Accra. What I can do is speak on Kumasi, and maybe you guys will tell me whether it's reflective of growing up in Accra or not. The thing with Kumasi is, speaking for myself, I have I don't know if it's the advantage or the misfortune of coming from 2 people who I can say come from families that are on either end of the stick. So my dad's people are really like super low class, and my mom's people most of them are super rich. Unfortunately, it didn't really reach my mommy them aside, but they are still way better than like my dad. Apart from just money, my mom's granddad is Jemfi of Rome Hotel, who was famous for having the most hats in the world at some time, a hotelier at one time, MP and stuff. So that's a whole different angle. And then there's my dad's side, who are like nothing give them people. And unfortunately for me, or fortunately for me, those were the first people that sort of started raising me. So I was being raised on the poor side, so to speak. And what I realized is, among people of the lower classes, it is harder to see that somebody is doing better than you, or you don't feel, because even at the lower classes, there's still tiers, right?
Yeah.
There are still people that are, but you don't feel the tiers as much as when you go into the higher classes. Right. So like the higher you go, the more it becomes classist, and the more it becomes, what's the word? Less inclusive. You understand?
Yeah.
So even amongst the people with a lot of money, like the billionaires will look down. A billionaire will look down on a millionaire more than Auntie Muni, who sells rice, will look down on Auntie Ajua, who sells like dusters.
Yeah.
You understand?
Okay.
Yeah. So that's the thing with Kumasi. When you are in one class, you're sort of restricted to dealing with people of that class. So it's hard to tell if people are this way or that way. And then when you move to other class too, you are encouraged to totally like cut off the people. Like I my cousins from my mom's side will see me hanging with some of the people from my dad's side, and will be like, why are you hanging with these people?
Right.
Like, where Joanna? Yeah, you understand?
Yeah. That actually leads me to a question. So how did your parents clash
together,
if they are like from two totally different circles, if I should call it. And then, what do you think they had any weird like issues when they were trying to be together? Were they like complaints from like the richer, like your mom's side? So it's like, why is she with a guy like this, stuff like that? Do you know if there was an issue of that sort?
Okay, so to clarify things, I am a product of teenage pregnancy. That's what I should say. So it wasn't really people wanting to get married, and the side said no, and the side said no. They were both in SS, and I guess that is how the world sort of clashed, because no matter what, we all still end up, except for those very, very high class who don't even school here or they go to an IS or something.
Exactly.
We all still, and there aren't that many ISs in Kumasi anyway. When I was growing up, there was like maybe 2 or 3 of them. And most of them had like white people, as you understand. So I think school was what made the two clash. And like I'm saying, even though my mom's family, they are well-to-do, like the extended family is full of people that are like good, you understand? But her nuclear family, they were not as good as the other people. So even for her, she wasn't that far apart from my dad like that. It wasn't like two very extreme ends. You understand?
Okay.
So so I don't think even there were issues as much. But in Kumasi, you might think the classism does not exist, because if you are not of a certain class, you may never ever get to even meet or mingle with people in the higher classes at all. You understand? Like, they don't hang out where you hang out. They don't do the stuff that you do. You are not at their parties. You understand? And whenever you see them, Asantis also have a pride thing where it's like, it doesn't matter how poor I am, I'm not going to let you like stunt on me or act like you're better than me. So even if I am like of a lower class than you, my go-to distance is I'll make sure I don't even mess with you before you even have the opportunity to disgrace me,
embarrass me.
You understand? Like as soon as we see them, it's like we will be like forget them. And then we are hanging and it is when one of them tends to be maybe a little more down, and then you guys get to connect, that you get to realize that, and sometimes what I've realized with rich people too is sometimes poor people are like entertainment for them.
Facts.
You understand? So like, especially when they are like younger, so if it's like a boy who's never allowed to go out and he's shielded, they give him everything, but they shield him from like actual street life. And he meets a friend in like SS, and you can take him to where all the action is happening. You can get him all the cool deals and even stuff he doesn't need. He feels like like we're a gangster.
I think I think there's a lot of what you're saying. There's a lot of parallels with Accra life and Kumasi life, because I think it's, in my experience and what I've seen, going through high school, university, and all that, I've seen a lot of parallels, especially with the point about people shielding their rich kids from the rest of society and so on. But then I also want to ask you, in the music business, because I know you've been in the business for a while now, would you say there's classism in the music business?
I don't know if I can call it classism. But definitely, like I'm saying, there'll always be something that divides people. For example, people that make alternative music most of the time feel like they are better than people who make commercial music. So they form a community of their own, and then they sort of are hating on people that make and then people that make commercial music also do the same thing. People that have big hits that have made money from it they are all in their corner, like they hang out, they do stuff, and people that are now also on the rise also are in their corner. doing stuff. Yeah, so those divides are there, but in terms of, I think in music is a lot less than it is in real life, because the currency for art is the art itself.
Yeah.
You understand? No matter how much money or how much fame you have, if a new artist steps up and they are incredible, people are not just going to say, oh, it's not nice because this person or because it's from this place. You understand? So because the currency is art, and you can't really, even though still rich people have an advantage if they know that they have an advantage, because of course if they can afford piano lessons and vocal lessons and all that kind of stuff, and you from a certain background, your mother doesn't even want you to do that. They want you to become a doctor or something.
That's true.
You know, so
make the
so there'll always be that.
Yeah.
Yes, you understand.
That
there'll always be
actually
that.
leads me to like a question. Do you think, like from what you are saying, if you are in a rich home and like you want to do music, it's so much easier because it's like, okay, sure, like follow your dream, follow your passion, I'm here for you, as compared to someone who is like from a poor home and maybe their parents are like, look, you are probably our only chance to get out of this slum, so we cannot afford to have that gamble of music. Do you think the family that you have born into or the class that you find yourself in sort of limits the opportunities that you have in the future, not just in music, like in general?
Yeah.
Do you think it's very easy to just like cut through the status quo, or once you are from a poor home child, you are more likely to be poor forever, you know, especially in Ghana?
Oh no, it's never
in Ghana.
It's never easy.
Yeah.
It's never easy anywhere, but definitely Ghana. The more, I think it's even in the Bible, the Matthew effect. Even for those who have more, even more shall be given, and those who have not, even a little that they have will be taken away.
From them.
Yeah.
True.
So, the more money you have, the more exposure you have, the more opportunities you have. Mm-hmm. You are even close enough to people that actually make the music business tick to understand what the music business is.
Yeah.
For the kid that's coming from a poor background, it's just a dream. It's just something he sees on TV. Your dad probably owns a TV station. And you know that those people come to the house. You understand? Maybe you might even be following it for the right reasons, which is you are just passionate about it and you want to do it because you know that it's not going to make you more money than, you know, what you already have, or it's not going to show you anything new. It's just a passion. But the person from the poor home, it's hope for them.
Yeah, they have to make it.
Because of that, it is also harder for them because there's a lot of them already. Mm-hmm. And the thing that we do at the bottom is once we see one person do something and it works, everybody wants to try their hands at it because we all want to go.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You understand? So if like once people in Bantama, which is like my dad's neighborhood, realized I was rapping, I had like maybe four to 8 kids who all of a sudden started rapping. I have maybe 2 cousins who are now rapping.
Wow.
And like because they see it, it's the reason why someone like Obama becoming a president is so important to black people.
Yeah.
Because dreams that are, you know, it sounds far away when, you know, you only watch people on TV and somebody's like, one day I'm going to be on TV. You're like, oh, yeah, crime bench on Albeco TV. You understand?
Yeah, true.
But then when it's like, Junior, like this is a kid I used to play with.
Like, then it becomes
you understand?
Real.
Yeah.
Then it becomes something else.
If you can do it,
so definitely money. Definitely, you get more of them. Money plays a very big role in providing way more opportunities.
Definitely.
Yeah.
I agree 100%.
Yes.
Yeah.
Way more opportunity. Like I have said it in my music. Once you land, you are minus 20. They are like plus 3 trillion and stuff.
Yeah,
true.
You understand?
Facts.
Yeah. So that one there, like I don't think even they will. Yeah, I don't think even they will like dispute that. Yeah.
So how would you say people can transcend these boundaries? Like how can we all just, you know, move past classism, live together like in a collective society, and, you know, so we don't have people profiting more from the music business than other people.
Level the playground.
Yeah, how do we level the...
Can we level the playground?
Can we do
The
it?
question,
Yeah, that's the first question. Can we do it? And if so, how would we do it?
Yeah.
I am not an expert, but I'll say the closest is probably socialism of some sort. And this is where maybe I'll leave it for the experts to come and have these conversations, because apart from a system that automatically makes it so everybody is equal no matter what they do, I don't see how it works, because people always try to have more.
Yeah.
And because we are living in a world that has finite resources, once somebody has two, it just means that somebody might not be able to get one.
Yeah.
You understand? And that person having the two, because they have struggled to get the two, want to enjoy the prestige that comes with the two.
Yeah. Yes.
So they will also make sure that they laud the fact that they have two over the person who has none.
Yeah.
And yes, and because those people who have one want to have two, they think the person that got two knows how to get two, so they will also want to be closer to that person than they are to the person that has zero.
Yeah. It's a
So
vicious cycle. Yeah.
yes,
That's great.
yeah. So I don't see how that changes or how that ends in our current system. But hey, socialism also has a lot of its own problems.
Yeah.
So what we might need to do is, as a society, as a universe, take the time out to see how we can combine the two and maybe make sure that there's a level playing ground for everybody.
To be honest, yeah, personally, I feel like I don't know if I'm going to get bashed, but I feel like the problem sometimes seems bigger than us. Like, even from what you are saying, it's not just like 1 + 1 is equal to 2. So like, let's just subtract 1 and put two here and we'll get 3. It's so much more complicated than that. I feel like there are so many different variables working into play to bring about all these social classes or constructs and beliefs. What does it mean to be successful? What does it mean to be happy? What does it mean to be rich? What does it mean to be... I feel like it's much more complicated than like surface value.
Yeah.
So I don't know whether we are just supposed to like live with it. Sometimes I feel like, because even online, when people get upset about these things, like, hey, why is this person spending this amount of money on this? For example, like the $3,000 thing.
$3,000.
Like, people are getting upset. I feel like we get upset for a while and then everything goes back to normal.
We forget and we move on.
Everybody moves on. If I have my 3 CDs, I go vex. Today I'll sleep. Hey God, when shall I? And then I'm fine. I'll think about my hustle another day. The person who is rich too will talk there and just be like, okay, I've said what I said.
I think the thing with the 3K is it wasn't even really I don't have that kind of money, so I am mad at it, because I'll be honest with you, even people that like rich, actual rich people that have that type of money will not do that. Really be, yeah, you understand? Like, it's not... I think the problem in Ghana with those type of places and those things is how much they are charging for the actual service that they are rendering.
Yeah.
You understand? Like, it's not as much about the 3K a night. It's the type of place they are giving to you for 3K a night.
Yeah, that's the problem. True.
You understand? That's the problem. If it was 3K a night and the place was like, people felt like the place deserves it, the conversation wouldn't have been, why are you spending 3K a night?
That's true.
It would have been, hey God, when will I also
spend that kind of money?
True. Yes.
Very, very true.
Yeah. So I think in that particular instance, it was more about the quality of the service than the amount that was being spent.
True.
Yeah. But on like just building off of that, it's always easier to see money as this huge thing when you do not have it.
That's true.
I think our idea of money and the way we see money differs at each what do they call it? At each level or at each class. You understand? When you don't have money, like $3,000 a night is like, whoa. Charlie, for somebody, it's peace of mind.
Yeah.
You understand? That's all it is. It's not. It's if I didn't spend it there to get my peace of mind, I would have spent it in the same way in a day on something even that you might think is even way more stupid. You understand? Yeah. So again, that's another thing that money or wealth or whatever it is affords you. Now you can. Money gives you the ability to now be confidently say money isn't everything or money can't buy happiness.
Deep. You see, I told you because you're smart. Like I just want to say I told you.
This one there, because, bro, like, you get head. Serious head.
The whole time we're like, they're just looking at each other like, wow, like this guy is really like serious gems.
Yeah.
Like,
please, I am not smart. I beg you.
Please,
no, this one
please, you are so intelligent. No, you are not. No, you are not.
It's too late.
No, I'm far from it. Like, I'm far from it.
Let me leave this to the professionals, but then
you give the whole professional line.
Yeah, but if a professional was here, they probably would have like poked holes in.
If the professionals knew what they were doing, things would be much better. So I don't know.
If you enter politics more, if you enter politics because you're speaking facts.
Kojo, I will vote for you. I will actually vote for you. I promise. Like you should be a president. I'll vote for you. Honestly.
President Q.
Q for president.
I'm very, very sorry. I know nothing about running a country.
And that's why. So you be humble and you do the right thing.
Listen, the people there right now, they don't know.
Nobody they know. Look, you just need a social studies textbook. Just follow it. Cool. I think you're the best president in Ghana, to be honest.
I am more beneficial if I'm working from the ground up and with community. And with the community. I personally think one of the things that we need to try and work on as a country is to put pride back in people and their communities. So if which is also another issue with poverty, because if you can't afford rent in one place for a long time, you are most likely not going to feel attached to the place. But if everybody is super attached to a particular area and they are doing extra to, even though since we pay taxes, it is not necessarily our job, but if we're doing extra to take care of that particular area, including calling out the people whose job it is to do certain things, then maybe our pace will be faster than it is. But again, it's just me saying something. It doesn't mean anything.
But I really bab.
I like how he always has a disclaimer.
The disclaimer. I said what I said, but just kidding.
But so what we like to do on Stay by Plan is we want to end with you. Like, give us a song, like a song you've been listening to, they are feeling like your song of the week or the month, and then the listeners can go and check it out wherever they get their music. So do you have a song that you'd recommend people would
Does it have to be like a Ghanaian song?
No.
Any song at all.
Any song?
Yeah.
Okay. Because the Ghanaian song that I'm listening to that I would have liked to recommend is not even out. So
I had a feeling that you were coming to put
unreleased. You can tell us
my song, like someone else's song.
Eish.
Or you can tell us who like whose song it is, and then maybe when it comes out, we'll be like, okay,
then we can
this is probably who.
If I tell you whose song it is, the person will know that I have listened to the song. As at now, the person
doesn't know that you have it. Are you the godfather or something?
That I've heard the song.
Don't cue.
That I have heard. Not necessarily that I have it. I have heard it.
You just heard it. Right.
Yeah, and it's like stuck in my head. But I think I'll give this one to my Kumasi brother, Black Sheriff. He has a song out, First Sermon Freestyle. I think it's the song that's like currently trending. I love it because he manages to blend very high life melodies with a trap beat, and he's also speaking to the struggle. So I like music like that. So if you haven't heard it, go check it out. Yeah.
Okay. Right. So thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you so much
on the podcast. And one last thing.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah. One last thing. Who would you like to hear on this podcast? If anybody at all, who would you like us to have on this podcast?
Within our means, please don't.
It doesn't have to be a celebrity, right?
Oh, it can be anybody.
Just anybody.
If you can help us get a person, that's even better.
Okay, so I think you guys should get my creative director on here.
Okay.
He's amazing, and if you think I'm intelligent, then you see real intelligence.
Yeah.
That's Evans Kwame Kafui. He's on Twitter as Freed Jacket. Yeah,
Okay.
I think so.
Oh,
Right.
I've definitely seen.
Yeah,
I've
so-
seen his ads.
So I'll definitely connect you guys, and then
Okay.
Okay.
It sounds good.
All right.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
Thank
man.
you once again, and we'll keep in touch.
Yeah,
with
thank you for having me, and see you at the next VGMAs that I'm at.
Oh, I get the joke. It's an inside joke.
Yeah,
You're
I
not part.
sorry, it's an
Zoo,
inside
you're not
joke.
part.
I didn't get
It's
a
an
joke, but yeah,
inside
no,
joke.
I'll be there too. I'll be there too. So I'll get to you when I'm there.
Okay.
No, those who know.
Those who don't know. Those who don't know. Okay, Kojo. Thank you so much. Have
Thanks,
a good
bro.
day.
Thank you guys.
Thank you, everybody, for listening. It's your girl, Afi
It's your
and
boy Zuti.
then this is the Stay by Plan podcast, and we are out.
All right, so-
Wait. Relax. Wait. Unfortunately, we cannot play the song that the guest chose due to copyright reasons. But if you check the description down below, we have a link so you can listen to the song yourself. Thank you for listening.